Surprise! I'm here and I'm sweating again. Why? I just got lost a little bit on my way back to the house. My phone died. It's a long story. I could have taken two phones, which I normally do, but I was like, nah, bring a charger. Nah, you have a portable charger. Nah. So I left everything here. This phone's dead. Wait, can you see? This phone's dead. There's a portable charger, fully charged. I have cables. There's nothing that I don't have. And I got lost without any of those things. So this is me. Disculpe, señor. Disculpe, señor. And then I give them my address. ¿Dónde está? Direction, por favor. And they're like, they don't understand what I'm saying. I'm like, it's not perfect full sentences, but it's literally me asking for directions. Any old person with common sense can understand, but maybe they can't. I had the same problem yesterday at the airport trying to get directions, and people were just like, no, sorry. So eventually this one guy, I started asking people to use their phones because I just wanted to go on their maps and look myself. And this one guy, and then they started putting their phones away when I asked. So, cell phone, por favor. Your cell phone, please. I mean, I sound like I'm robbing them, obviously. And then I'll show them my phone, which is me saying, rob me. But whatever, just hopefully to disarm them. But when they started putting their phones away, when I pointed at their phone, I realized, oh, my sweat is salty. The body language is saying, I'm not going to help you. And then one guy was like, I don't have internet. And I was like, you're lying to me, but whatever. So I kept going. And then I got to a gas station. There were 3 people there. One guy who spoke a little bit of English across the street came with me. But he really doesn't speak any English, but like he kind of does. It's one of those things, it's like fluff. So he came with me, which was kind of helpful, I guess. Not really, because he didn't know what I was saying. Everybody now is like, what phone is this? Oh, iPhone? Okay. So who has the iPhone charger? They tell me to go to the market and buy an iPhone charger. I'm like, no, I want directions. They said directions to the market. I was like, oh my God, what the fuck? So I said, map. I'm trying to figure out how do you pronounce map, isn't anyway. Because a lot of Spanish, all of these languages are derived from Latin. So I'm like, it's going to probably be a word that comes from English in a way, you know. So I said map, and the security at the gas station said map. I said, yeah. He took out I said, your cell phone. He took out his phone. He has a machine gun on his lap. So I don't think he was worried about me running with his phone. Listen, this is the person who's going to run away with your phone. You live in El Salvador and you were born here? Really? No offense, I'm just saying, like, it's like me being in South Africa and an overweight tourist female thinks she can rob me. Me, looking like I do. Like, you know what I mean? So, it's so hot in the house. So the security gave me his phone. I punched the address. Already had written it down with his pen, and I punched it in there. So everything was tracking, you know what I mean? And we could see the directions, but they were so confusing because the place was a couple of blocks away from where we were, but there's no direct street, so you have to go around. So he tried to explain. I asked him, do you comprehend this? And he said, yeah. And he tried to explain, so I gave him some money. And his face lit up. He was completely surprised. Just because I'm destitute with regards to directions doesn't mean I'm a bum. Okay, like, I'm a tourist here, so I got at least some money to go on vacation. Give me some, a break. Actually, that doesn't mean just because I have some money that I'm willing to give it. So he was really happy, which made me happy. And it was also a fuck you to all the other people who walked away. I could have given every single one of them some money. So, and the nice thing is everybody uses US dollars here, so they don't need to convert. Then from there, I kind of understood the directions, but then I was like, does the road wind to the right and I turn left, or does it wind to the left and I turn right? So before I made any major decisions, I asked another man who looked like he would understand English. This is me judging a book by its cover. He didn't understand English, but he said to me, where are you going? Address. So I showed him the address. He said, okay, put his phone away. I was like, here we go. And then he clapped his hands twice to summon his angels. And then he said, go this way when you see light. But he says it in Spanish, something, something. I don't know what that was. And he keeps saying it. I'm like, I don't know what it is. And then he says it's slower. I'm like, I still don't know what that is. No comprendo, señor. And then he did this. So it's like, oh, traffic light. Yeah, he said. So gave me directions. When I got to the first street where I turned right at the light, I immediately saw a sign that I took a photo at. So I knew exactly where I was. All I had to do was to turn right and I was on my street, and now I'm here. And as I was about to cross the street to the building, it started raining. So this is my sweat, but it's also a little bit of rain. It's raining now. I'm obsessed with how just about at every one of these places, because I go for a long walk, tours, guided by myself obviously, and the locals, barely. It always rains just after I get home. I think someone's looking after me, don't you think? At Brook everywhere if you want. Thank you. Thanks for listening.